What if I told you could practically do one of the hardest caves on the island pretty much gearless? That's right, no clothing at all, part one thing. Well, in today's video, we're going to go over how you might be able to do that. I'm going to teach you how to get some really good loot without much gear at all, and it's not going to be an expensive way to go about getting it. You do need to be on the island map for this to work though, and we are going to the Redwoods Cave. Alrighty, we're here at the Redwoods Cave, and we're looking at the map right here. Let's have a closer look at 6435, right in this location right here. But the idea is basically, if you can get a gas mask, whichever way you can obtain it, you don't need a very good one, you just need to put one on. You could go into this cave virtually naked. Now you might be like, Kiah, what about the afros? Aren't they gonna shoot that just straight off? Well, actually, no they don't. Weirdly enough, if you are only wearing a gas mask and no other clothes, gas masks do not get shot off your face by arthropleura. Meaning, as long as you're only wearing a gas mask, you'll be absolutely fine when it comes to arthropleura spit. Now, there is the other problem of where do I get a gas mask? It's quite a high level thing and all that. And I'm going to tell you all about that and options you have when it comes to gas masks to be able to do this strategy. Do bear in mind though, this is not a low level video, this is for end tier loot, okay? In this cave, it gives you insane things like insane shotguns, insane Fabby snipers, insane Giga Saddle BPs, and pre-made things. It's end tier boss stuff, so absolutely worth farming, but very high end tier stuff. So you're not going to be a beach bob going into here by no means. Although at the end of this video, I'll leave some options for those who want to tackle this cave before they can unlock gas masks, because that's exactly what I did. And there's another way to go about it where you can easily tackle this cave without having to be the high level or do high level activities to be able to achieve a gas mask. So I want to put that in the end of the video so you guys also have an option, because I started out doing that as well. So what items are you actually gonna need? Well, for this cave, especially in ARK Ascended, I highly recommend either a baryonyx or a frog. Both of these can run the cave really well, although I will say if you get a decent baryonyx, it's going to be a lot stronger against the cave when it comes to combat. The only reason you really like a frog is, one, it's nice and small, compact, goes in the cave easily, and number two, if you want to use this as an option to farm absolutely mountains full of cementing paste, then this is the strategy. I also like with the frog, when you're trying to spear things, if you have a pike that you can reach down below quite easily and get these spiders. As in Ascended, you have those extra melee points because you don't have points spent into speed, so you can actually afford some more melee points. And if you get a decent pike, then it's going to do a lot of damage. And decent pikes aren't hard to come by, as I got mine in a basic blue drop. And there are a decent amount of loot options when it comes to getting pikes in Ascended. You also might want to consider a pump shotgun. This is not a necessary item in the slightest. You can do this cave without it, and I have done it many times without having to use my shotgun. But if you are doing like the scuba ghillie method, or if you're a little bit worried about your mount if you're using a frog, then I'd say even just a prim pump shotgun may be a good idea to bring along with you. And of course, like I was saying, don't forget that gas mask, because if you want to run it without no gear and no worries of arthro spit, then of course you do need a gas mask for that. For those that are a bit anxious about the cave as well, I would highly recommend bug repellent, as it stops things coming at you at a bigger pace and can make things a bit slower when coming towards you and wanting to attack, as the bugs will not be as attracted to you. So you might be able to deal with snakes and stuff first before you go for the things like spiders and stuff. Now, when it comes to gas masks and being able to obtain some gas masks, let's talk about it. Now, you have a few options. You can either wait till level 85 to craft yourself a gas mask, which is made with 20 poly, 10 crystal, and 2 absorbent substrate. But then you have the problem of, where do I get absorbent substrate? Now, you can either make absorbent substrate, or optional ways of getting absorbent substrate is either by killing normal Tusos, alpha Tusos for the best rate of absorbent substrate because you'll get a lot of it, or you could go fishing and also get absorbent substrate. I do highly recommend killing Alpha Tuso though if you can get yourselves a decent Bazzi. They seem really buggy in Ascended on the island with their AI I have found, and Alpha Tuso give a lot of Absorbant Substrate, which will enable you to repair your gas mask a lot and be able to go into the cave a whole bunch. It is also said you can get a high chance of getting gas mask in the ice cave if you're lucky enough in the first room to run it and be able to get some, as the entranceway is a lot wider than it used to be, so that might be a route to choosing to get a gas mask. But honestly, I would say with how the island explorer notes are, it's really easy to level up on the island, as you have all these explorer notes all over the place that you can use as an XP boost, and that way you can get the level to unlock a gas mask in the first place. As for the other method, which is pre-gas mask, you could try using the free scuba to ghillie method, where you use 2 pieces of ghillie and 3 pieces of scuba, and then you bring along items in your inventory to repair your ghillie, and you could always bring a second set of stuff just in case things go wrong. This is how I started out when it came to doing this cave, just using the ghillie and scuba method, because the drops on Ascended seem to drop a hell of a lot of ghillie and scuba, which makes it really nice to be able to do this cave with if you can. For those that don't know, 2 ghillie and 3 pieces of scuba will protect you from the poison damage. So yeah, now you know about a nice thing about having to wear barely any clothes going into one of the most difficult caves at all. And just remember, good frog, good Barry will help you immensely in this process. And just be careful, take it slowly, heal your animal as much as possible while you're going through here. You will have enough durability to be able to do this 100%. Just be careful. Now our first room is this room, and we get a bunch of stuff here. We might even be able to avoid quite a few nasties here, maybe, if we are able to. Oh yeah, here we go, beautiful. Just avoid it all. Unless this guy decides to disturb us. Let's see if that disturbed anybody else. No, it didn't. Oh, it might have actually. Never mind, because that's easy to deal with on my frog, so we just have to deal with that. Whee, hello buggies. Better than spiders though. These guys make great cementing paste. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, buggies. Thank you for all your cementing paste. Thank you very much. Oh, even the snake managed to get up here. Hello, Mr. Snake. How did you manage that? Yeah, we can deal with that. There we go. Beautiful. That will probably attract more buggies, though. Oh, hello. Is it only you left? Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. We can now get our loot now. Probably good to just jump off here for a second. Get our lovely loot. Probably not the best example, but good ghillie all the same. Galamine saddle. We go a bit further into the cave because this is the quickest loot route to get red and yellow drops. You can go on the other side for blue drops if you want. Also an opportunity, but you might not always want to do that maybe. Depends on what you want to have time for and all that good stuff. Excuse me, Magnura, out of the way you go. So we go through here. Any of the ways up, like this, let me go over here. This could be a loot beam location as well, so just bear that in mind. If it's not down the bottom, it will be there. Now we just come from here. If you go to this area with the mushroom, this is literally just the bottom bit of where we came from. So you can see, if you look at this room, that's the area I jumped up. So if it's not there, you can always take this route. It will lead to the same room. And what you want to do is take a right. And this is the room with the red crate. It will either be over by those balls over there, or it'll be down in the leech pile, which again you can go and grab with your crappy gear. Just be a little cautious of Megalania and whatever else in here. It usually all hangs out over that side, all the crap, so you can kind of slowly deal with it. I just realised we need some more bug repellent. See, there's me telling you to take it slow, and I even know I'm not taking it very slow. I'm just going to go and hit this guy again. We could also give it some froggy action. Oh, we had a bit of lag there, no? I'm on a server, so let's hit it with a frog. Yeah, frog's doing absolute great damage. Not so much against these, there we go. Iranios, they're a bit brutal that way. I'm going to quickly get rid of these bodies as well. Why not? Because the dragonflies get jealousy otherwise, and they'll come and want to eat you. Then we're going to go down in here. You can get disease leeches in here, so be careful. You can also get overweighted by leeches in here too. Oh boy, that's a lot of under the ground leeches. Be careful for that. Oh my goodness. Let's chuck that out of the way. Can level my frog up a couple times again. How nice. We're going to quickly grab our red loot. Because sometimes this can happen. And you can see amazing loot. And again, I don't really need much equipment to go and get this loot. I just need a half decent frog and I need to just persevere. Now, if you quickly, if you can, make it to the artifact zone from this point, if the bugs will let me by. Please, Mr. Buggies, don't disturb me. If you can go up here, you can get a chance for that red loot beam to spawn again. So there's a chance for that. So if you go all the way up here and wait for a bit, maybe go grab the artifact, go and heal up a bit more, you get a chance of getting some more very, 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 very good loot. Bear in mind, you're already going to be kind of high level farming here because the red drops have a level requirement. But you can see I'm doing just fine on my froggy for now with my pike. I haven't even dipped into my shotgun yet. I have that just in case. I would recommend a shotgun just in case as well. Even if it's just a prim one, shotguns, pump ones especially, are highly underrated a lot of the time. So they are absolutely extremely helpful when it comes to cave runs. I can't recommend them enough. Now hopefully should be enough time. I've fully healed. I probably waited a couple of minutes. Let's hope we see a red drop again. Sometimes you might need to wait a little longer, but it depends on your gas mask. I'm doing this all off of one repair of a gas mask, and oh look, there it is! Like I was telling you guys right there, and you can see we're going to avoid that spider as well because of our beautiful bug repellent. Lovely. Oh my goodness, look at that! That's a really nice gift, thank you. So we've pretty much been able to skip most of this room's nasties, thankfully, and we can just go ahead and leave now. Because we got all the loot, and I've done that entirely with just one gas mask. No other clothing. A frog, and pretty much it. And some bug repellent. I'll tell you bug repellent, yes. And again, you can go that way for some blue loot, but often or not, if you farmed it enough, you probably don't need it, but if you do want to get it, you should have enough gas mask and health to be able to do that section before leaving the cave. Like I said, the arthros will not affect your gas mask if they spit on you. You probably don't want to melee the arthros though, is what I'd recommend. That's a very bad idea in general, whatever gear you have on. You see how easy that was to just go through that cave and not have to worry about my gear being broken at all and being in a really scary situation. But now I do need some more absorbent substrate. Another way you could get it, because this is high level content, you could always see about getting a basil, and you could see about using that basil to kill normal squids or alpha squids, and that will give you boatloads of absorbent substrate if you don't want to go ahead and make it the difficult way. There's another way you could do, but honestly, if you just want high-level BPs and loot and gear, there is none other better, apart from the hard ice cave, but it won't be as easy as this cave will be, as I've shown you today. And you can get some really high-quality blueprints, amazing stuff. Giga saddles are quite common from here. I actually got a shotgun BP from this cave, doing it via this method, and you can see it is absolutely cracked, and this is on default loot ratings. I just want you to know that. So don't miss out on this easy cave and how it is now. You can do it very, very easily. It doesn't have to be difficult. And you can get, again, a boatload of CP while you're doing it if you do use a frog. If not, baryonyx does very well as well. Or I have actually, when I started doing this, when I was wearing ghillie and scuba, I started off bringing a Barry and a frog. The Barry was killing things in front of me, trying to keep away the arthros, and I used the frog in the back. But honestly, once you learn to kind of do it, then it's the easiest cave you can do on this map for really good loot. Not the easiest cave in general, but just in case you just want really, really good loot, is the best cave for that you're gonna have to do the least struggle on, if I'm honest with you. I've ran it many times with my friends in this way, and it's worked out very well for us loot-wise, so I highly recommend it. And let me know what you think. Let me know how you run this cave normally, and if you'll be switching up to this method. I hope you have good luck with it and get all the blueprints that you could ever want. But anyways, thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!